today's video, I'm going to be building a hidden bunker inside of this tree. And what's a hidden tree base without a tree? And I found a super awesome tree door design by Tomco, and this thing is absolutely insane. It looks so cool when it works as well. You just flick this lever and then it creates a staircase out of the tree. So I'm going to continue down my base this way, and this is going to be where we hide the base. And I'm going to be honest, this thing is so incredibly compact that I don't even have the slightest clue how this works. This is literally magic to me. And now the first thing I'm thinking of setting up inside of my tree base is I'm going to place down a trapped chest, and imagine that this is going to be like a little decoy room. So it looks like our main base, right? This is going to be where we store all of our diamonds, but in fact, when the player opens up this trapped chest, I'm thinking pufferfish are either going to come down from the ceiling or out of the walls, and it's going to lead to a poisoned player, because again, this is going to be our decoy chest. I feel like I've come up with a pretty good way of how we can release the pufferfish, and we're going to do that by using the trapped chest and dispensers. Now, obviously, these are not very hidden, so what we need to do is we need to hide them with our blocks. So I have these on sticky pistons here, so that when the player opens up the trapped chest, it is going to expose the dispenser. All I need to do now is power these dispensers once these blocks are open, and that should actually be really simple, the same on both sides, and all it should be is inverting the signal, so when this is on, it should be off, and it should also be slightly delayed, so that way it doesn't spew them out before the piston retracts. And I was in fact correct. It is extremely simple. All I've done is just extended the line, and then I invert it with a redstone torch, and then we go ahead and power the dispenser. Now, unfortunately, I don't really have a way to access that, do I? Because those are up. Yeah. All right, so I guess I'm going to have to remove this block so I can get in here and put a pufferfish, bucket of pufferfish inside of there. So if I just go ahead and throw that in, and we go ahead and open this up, and that should already have a 1-tick delay due to the redstone torch. So if we go ahead and open this up, we should see a pufferfish come out. And we absolutely do. That is amazing. So if the player is in survival mode, of course, he's going to go crazy. Well, I guess even not in survival mode, he goes crazy. Now, this does appear to be a fault in the system. The pufferfish are almost certainly going to die. There doesn't seem to be anything I can do about that because there's no way to guarantee that the pufferfish are going to be close enough to the dispenser to be picked up by the dispenser. So some sacrifices will be made. And because 2 pufferfish weren't enough for me, I've gone ahead and expanded the system, so now there are 14 pufferfish that are unfortunately going to be sacrificed every time someone wants to put their grubby paws on top of my diamonds. So it's best for everybody if you just stay out of my base. This is another awesome thing about this design, is that it is actually extremely convenient to reload the system after somebody does intrude, because firstly, it is going to remove the water sources with these blocks, because the water source is going to be here, so it is going to be crushed, destroying the water source, meaning that there are going to be buckets inside of these dispensers for easy removal. And on top of that, it is also going to make it so that way all we have to do is remove that redstone torch, and now we have easy access to all of these dispensers so that we can refill them with our pufferfish. Alright, I've primed the system now, so we better not touch that chest or it is going to activate. I'm thinking now what we want to do is, of course, this is going to be our decoy room, so we want to have a hidden staircase in the center right here. I'm thinking maybe these 3 or 4 blocks are going to open, and I want to have a hidden torch, a hidden redstone torch key right here, simply for the fact that I like symmetry and it looks good. Like, I mean, it doesn't look so good, but it's symmetrical and I like that. And again, Tomco coming in as the MVP of today's video because I'm using his hidden staircase design as well. And this thing, again, is so compact. I really want to learn how to make things like this. And also, you'll notice that it's connected up to these pistons. It really shouldn't be an issue. I would say worst case scenario is these 4 pistons don't activate their pufferfish, but this as a hidden staircase actually works. If we go ahead and turn this on, you'll see that it swaps out for the staircase, and we go ahead and hide it away again. I'm going to cover this all up, and I'm going to add the hidden torch key, so that way all we have to do is place down our torch key here, and then we are going to have a hidden staircase open up for us to go down into our actual base. And I've decorated it a little bit because before it was kind of suspect that it was just a giant open room with a single chest, but now it looks a little bit more convincing. This is where we place our lever to open up our hidden staircase, just like this. And then we can go down to the next layer of our bunker, and I'm going to expand this out, so this is going to be our real bunker where we actually have all of our valuables. And I've now expanded the base a little bit farther, so when we open up this hidden staircase, we end up inside of our treasure room. So this is where you're going to store all of your loot. So I've got all my diamond blocks here and my netherite armor. So unfortunately, if they come down this hidden staircase, they kind of just find your stuff and then they'll leave. Except this is a decoy room, and we can place down our lever here to reveal another hidden staircase. And if we just go past the altar here and then past our grow room, you'll see that this is going to be where the actual base is. And jokes aside, the reason why we had to have the extra hidden staircase and all of this stuff is because there is just so many water ravines around this area. I couldn't find a single spot where there was no water, so I just had to keep making hallways until eventually I found this big pocket where I can build all my redstone. Alright, our ceiling may have a couple leaks, but other than that, things are starting to look pretty homey. This is going to be our storage, and we've got our little map so we can check out the surrounding area, make our battle plans and all of that. I'm thinking over here we're going to have a combination lock, so I'm thinking we could do 10 levers to set our combinations so that we have our actual storage. So even if they find our second hidden staircase, they still have to find out the combination to our combination lock in order to get into our bunker to steal all of our actual diamonds. Keep in mind, we already have a chest full of diamond blocks, but those are just our decoy diamond blocks. Our real valuables are going to be stored inside of this chamber. And the combination lock design I'm going to be using is extremely simple, but also extremely smart. So in the back here, you're going to see I had to separate it into two separate lines because I have the levers so close together. It wasn't exactly possible to do it the normal way, so I decided to separate it. From here, we actually have to code in whatever we want the passcode to be. So let's say, what should we set the passcode to? 2, 4, 5. No, no, that's an easy one. 3, and this one. And why is it so hard to pick a password? 2, these two. Perfect. Okay, I like that. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be on the back here. We're going, oh, well, I guess we can see it. From here, what do we need to do? Oh my god, it's so hard. And the combination lock design I'm using is extremely simple, but extremely smart. As you can see, it looks a little bit complicated, but it's not as complicated as it looks, I promise. I've gone ahead and set the passcode to 290. And if we come around back here, you're going to see that all I'm doing is I'm taking the inverse of the lever on these back blocks, because of course we weren't going to be able to expand this signal out an extra block. Like redstone can't run through 2 blocks, so I had to place down a redstone torch and a lever on this side, so that way we can actually do redstone, because these lines are too close to take these repeater outputs, so I had to separate them into 2 separate lines. Are you with me? Now what we're going to do is we are going to actually code this thing in, so you can see which levers we need to code into the system. So for these ones, we're going to just connect it with redstone dust instead of having redstone torches. So right here, we're going to place down a block, remove this torch, and place down a redstone dust, and see this line is now active. And then this line, we need to do the same thing, so these two are active. It's a little bit different just because... No, actually, it's not different. I'm sorry. If we come over here, we're just going to place down these 2 blocks, remove these 2 torches, remove these 2 blocks, and then just go ahead and connect this all up with redstone dust. And now, if we go ahead and change the passcode to say this, you're going to see that this redstone line turned back on. Or wait, which one? I need to figure some stuff out. Ah, of course, I see what was happening. So this lever was actually powering the block, which was powering the redstone dust here. So if I go ahead and grab my redstone repeaters and place them down here, it should now work. So if I go ahead and switch the passcode, you're going to see that this redstone torch turns on. Oh no, wait, that's exactly what I wanted. If I go ahead and turn this back now, you'll see that the redstone torch turns on. Yay! Okay, so now I just need to connect these 2 up to a single input to connect up to our door, and now we have a working combination lock. Yeah, it's not that complicated. I don't know if I'm bad at redstone, but there seems to be a lot of inverting going on here, because this is an AND gate, and then these torches go into this torch, which then gets inverted again to open up the door. Oh, it's because I figured out a much better way of doing it than having the 2 redstone torches. I've just directly connected them up with the redstone line because they aren't 2 separate lines, they're one machine, so it makes sense that they would be connected, and that was where the confusion was coming from. Then I just invert it so that we have the correct combo and the door is open, and if we get the wrong combo, you'll see that the door shuts, and if we go ahead and reopen it, you'll see that it's not just getting the correct combo, we also have to have only the correct combo, if that makes sense. I did the math, which is 2 to the power of 10 because there are 2 options, right? On or off. And there's 10 levers. So 2 to the power of 10 is the number of combinations, which means there are 1,024 combinations for this combination lock. In order to get into our diamonds, we're going to go ahead and plug this up. And this is going to be where we store all of our actual valuables behind our secure little wall. You know, I was just about ready to finish up this video when I realized that we can't actually shut this without having the lever here. I think I messed up at some point really early on in the video, and I made it so that I need to invert this, because currently our tree base is a little bit exposed by the default state. So I think this is where I take my input. So it should honestly be as simple as, like, let's say we're going to place the lever there. So then all I need to do is invert this really quick. So that should be a dust, and then I just need a torch. And then with the redstone torch, I should just be able to place it down here. It should power everything back up. And then if I go ahead and cover everything, go ahead and pop this lever off. Perfect. And then let's just go ahead and reset this grass because it has been opened for quite some time. And just like that, everything is nice and tucked away. Oh my god, this is incredible. You would not even know that this entire thing exists below the surface. Oh my god, I'm so happy with this. Alright, I'm gonna give you a tour of the base now, and at the very end, we're gonna test out the pufferfish chamber. Alright, let's go ahead and place down our secret key, and the best part about having a hidden base is remembering where to place down your key. Lucky for me, I remembered to place it down next to the azalea. Our tree opens. Alright, well that's just a glitch with Minecraft Bedrock. Let's go ahead and reopen it. And there we go, our tree opens. We go ahead and climb down into our first chamber. Oh my god, our little treasure room. I'm so happy with it. This is where we store all of our goodies. Again, our diamonds are held in this chest if anybody wants to open it. And we're going to go ahead and place down our second hidden key here so we can go down our next hidden staircase into our actual treasure room where we have our diamond blocks. So we can, you know, just head on out. Also, I don't think I showed you guys this, but there is an actual hidden exit. I did show you this, where you can get out of here if you were ever overrun by a player. So if we go down back into our treasure room and we place down our other secret key, we can go ahead and go into the next room, which is another secret staircase, again, past the altar, past the grow room, into our actual secret base, which has been invaded by a creeper. Again, I'm playing with night vision. I feel like these lanterns are close enough that there shouldn't be a creeper in there, but oh well. We've got our fully fledged enchanting table. This is going to be where we store all of our stuff. Of course, what is a home without a bed, a crafting table, and a furnace? I'm going to take care of this. Wow, would you look at that? There's no more creeper and no more mobs entirely. I wonder why. Over here, you'll see we have our combination lock. And again, what's the combo? I don't remember. I'm just going to keep guessing. It's a 1,024 chance. Oh my god, I got into the combo. So now we're going to climb into our combination room. We're nice and secure. And inside of our chest, what? Just one piece of paper? That's all we have in valuables? We had a whole chest of diamond blocks. What could it be? The friends we made along the way.
Hacker.
The friends we made along the friends we, oh my god, that's the real treasure. It's the friends we made along the way. All right, I hope you guys, oh my god, wait, I'm not even done. Let's go ahead and show you how to close everything up. Well, of course, we got to turn off all of these. That's going to shut. We can go ahead and return over here past the grow room, past the altar. Don't look too closely at it or it might get a little awakened. We're going to go ahead and remove our key here. It's going to shut this hidden staircase. We can climb up this other hidden staircase, remove our other hidden key. Because again, we don't want to leave this all open. And you know what? We don't want to see people leaving the tree. So let's just go around the other corner and remove our last hidden key. And now, just like that, it's like we were never even in there. You wouldn't even be able to tell that there's a base. This was a really fun video to make. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. It was a little all over the place. I don't even know what this video is, but I hope somebody enjoys it out there. And if you do, I love you, man or woman. All right, this was a super fun video to make. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. I don't really know what type of video this was, but again, I hope somebody enjoyed it. And if they did, I'm very, very happy with that. But yeah, please subscribe, leave a like. My name is OneUpMC, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Also, if you want to download this world, it'll be on my website.